Yeah, they did have
Yeah.
good breakfast
Yeah.
there.
The hotel is an old residence, I believe.
Yes, it
And
is.
each one of those hotel rooms used to be a bedroom or something, so it has a very homey feel to it, with a large patio in the center and grass and flowers, and that's where we ate breakfast and had a very good breakfast. And then we went on a walking tour with Elizabeth Bell, who is an American who has lived down there for 25, 30 years or something,
Yeah.
and considers herself into the tour. I was tired because we
I
saw so much.
I was
But
too.
let's see, we saw, that was the day that we saw this church.
It's a cathedral, I
Yes,
think.
a cathedral, yeah.
Yeah.
An American couple whose names I don't remember had rediscovered jade in Guatemala about 25 or 30 years ago. It used to be used as almost a holy stone.
Yes.
Yes. And somehow it had gotten lost through the years, and they found, rediscovered a source of jade. So they started a jade store. They manufacture jade jewelry, and we went through their store and saw several lovely things. They packaged them like this in this pretty little bag, and then inside the pretty little bag,
I'm sure it's hand woven fabric.
oh, I'm sure. Oh, yes, this is the same fabric that the women use for their skirts. Yes, this is that very same fabric. Yes. See, I bought something there. I didn't buy anything that day. Then we did a lot of other traveling. We went to Panajachel and Santa Clara and all these other places, and then we came back to Antigua. And then I went to the store and I bought something for myself. And then I thought, I didn't want to spend this much money on this thing. So I took it back, went back by myself, walked back to the store, found it, asked them if they could take it back. They couldn't give me my money back, but they let me exchange it. Let me exchange the necklace and the elephant charm for myself, and they still owed me 2 quetzales. And I would have been happy to let them keep the 2 quetzales, but they gave me 2 more pieces of jade.
That was very
Which I
nice.
thought was sweet.
Yeah.
That they were very determined to give me exactly what I had. Well, by that time I'd figured out where I was going. I had a map. I knew I had to go 1 block this way and a number of blocks that way, and same coming back. It was, by that time I'd been there enough to be able to find my way around. And that part of Antigua is not very big, and the streets are all straight. And
Antigua was really pretty.
Yes.
You get to know it pretty quickly.
yes, yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's not a very difficult place
The
to.
cobbled streets are difficult to walk on at first, but you get used to that.
Phenomenal.
And that was the first time we met the women, the girls and women who are part of this in Guatemala. We hadn't met any of them before. They did, first of all, they did a little presentation for us. Each one of the young women came up to a table in the center, bringing something to demonstrate something they did in their daily life. Something they sewed. One of them came in with a bowl, stirring like this to demonstrate cooking. Somebody probably came in with gardening tools, I wouldn't swear to it. Different things, and they danced into this piece of music that was playing on the CD player. And then after they did that, then we had to entertain them. We did the hokey pokey, and we also did head, shoulders, knees, and toes, which I can't sing at the moment, but we did that for them. Tried to teach it to them.
You didn't really have. You don't speak Spanish very
Oh
well, do you, Mar?
I speak so little. I say hola and adios quite nicely, but
But it wasn't a problem.
but it wasn't a problem. No. Candelaria is one of the people whose name I've heard so long that I remember her name.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Candelaria Su. I've read about her for so much. It was lovely to meet her and to meet. Carmela Paz Ball.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And Carmela was more serious than Candelaria, but they're both lovely women, and they are doing most of the work down there. They're doing all the work down there now. Yeah. We had a very good lunch, which was a lot more than I could eat, but it was a very good lunch.
Yeah, it was pepian. That's one of the specialties of Guatemala.
It was it was chicken in a sauce, and it was in a bowl. And I wasn't quite sure how to eat a couple of large pieces of chicken in a bowl with sauce on them.
You pick them up and eat
Yeah.
them. That's what you do.
See, I'm used to that with fried chicken, but not with
Yeah, no.
saucy, soupy chicken.
It is hard to eat, I agree with you. But I usually put my rice in it too, and the rice then absorbs all the sauce.
Yes, I should.
And so you can eat it that way
Oh.
more easily.
Yeah.
It's hot though.
And there was a smaller number of women at Santa Clara at the first room we met in.
Mm-hmm.
And they introduced themselves. Sometimes there was double translating because they spoke whatever.
Quiche.
Okay. And they talked to Candelaria, and then Candelaria translated into Spanish, and then Kay translated from Spanish into English for us.
So that happens a lot.
And they were the ones who were making these aprons.
Yes, they were.
Yes, they had aprons up on the wall.
These are all made. No, these were made by Candelaria, but they are making them.
Mm-hmm.
These were some she
Yes.
made.
So we visited the homes of some of the women who had the machines, and it was very interesting to see them in their homes,
Mm-hmm.
very small, very cramped quarters, but neat and clean, and colorful. Oh, so colorful.
Yeah. Yes.
And we wandered, as I said, from one place to the next, up and down the cobblestone streets.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
women gave us these lovely bags, and mine has one of the Dalmatians from 101 Dalmatians. And they have a very long strap that you can adjust a number of ways. Very handy bags. So mine with the Dalmatians. That was the day that I rode to, tell me the name of the place,
San Antonio.
San Antonio, in one of the pickups
Mm-hmm.
that I thought I wasn't going to be brave enough to ride in because I thought of pickups turning over and people spilling out and breaking their heads and things. But we went all the way up the hill to San Antonio. Down, we came upon the man who ran one of the ceramic shops, which was closed, but he went back with us and opened it for us. So we wandered through and looked at all of their things. And it was, you want to hold
Sure.
Mr. Side plate? I just thought that was so pretty. They had old sets of dishes. Most of the things were this pattern, but I particularly liked this plate.
Way back from
on the way
Panajachel.
on the way back from Panajachel.
We
Yes.
stopped at Chumanzana. That's
Chumanzana, yes. And in Chumanzana, we went to the home of one family. They do these weavings, and so they brought some out, ducks or whatever they are right side up here, and they're also right side up down here. So it goes this way there. And then the tortillas.
Yes.
Yes. First they made tortillas, then they brought out some masa and gave us each a ball of masa and told us how to make tortillas.
Yeah.
And somebody got a picture of me making a tortilla and put it on.
Yeah, we have it. It's on Facebook.
Facebook. See, I always want to say YouTube. Put it on Facebook. Yes. Well, I had a wonderful time on the trip. I really did.
I'm glad.
I would have been glad to stay a little longer, actually. And the flight down was not bad, and the flight back wasn't bad. It was.
And you didn't feel frightened, or
oh no,
you didn't have any problem with.
No.
I mean, the fact that you didn't speak any Spanish wasn't a problem for you.
No.
Yeah.
So the highlight of my trip really was meeting the girls and women that you have been working with for all of these years, and seeing what they have done with their lives, and what we who have been helping some have accomplished by helping some. And the people were warm, friendly, and that really was the high point. Was meeting.
Thanks for coming, and I was glad you could come on the trip, and I hope that you'll come again.
Yeah, well, I would like to. I would thank you. You're very, very welcome, and thank you for sponsoring this. I'm so glad you did. Because it's a wonderful way to see what we're doing, and I certainly would consider going again.
Good.
Depending on, age and
all that stuff. Yeah, good.
But I certainly would.